This is a short 5-minute demonstration of Program Express, the web-based portfolio program and project reporting solution, specifically for McDonald's, and showing the new version, the latest version with a new home screen and the ability to apply corporate color palettes and logos. So we're going to log on as an administrator of Program Express. Which will take us into our new home screen, which will show, using demonstration data, projects that sit within programs and sit within portfolios. So it will show the projects, it will show the health of the data within modules using the red, amber, green style, and showing all these modules as icons, but better shown through the Updates tab as commentary, plan, resources, costs, benefits, impacts, risks, and logs. So from this screen, we can view data, we can drill down into data, we can update data, and we can also run reports. Reports that have been configured either by ourselves, just specific to our user, or shared reports that have been developed by the central projects team or the program office. The idea of Program Express is simple data inputs and powerful outputs. And with the new home screen, what we can do for users is filter out what they don't need to see. So projects they don't have access to and modules that we don't expect them to update. So if I very quickly log on to the same screen as a project manager or a user, who has restricted access to the home screen or to data within the database, and shows here, same screen, but a different view. A view of what they have read access to that they can't update. They can change that to what they have write access to, or they could have a look at what they have read and write access to. So more normally, as they would log on, make their data updates, they'd want to see what they have write access to and what they're expected to update. So in this case, project, updating commentary, updating plan, and updating risks. So they will either click on the box or go from their Updates tab. We'll click on the box, and here, this is where we expect them to make their narrative update. And then we can go via the Updates tab down to plan. This is where we'd expect them to make updates to their plan. And again, with risks, this is where we'd expect them to make updates to their risks. So should be simple and quick and high level in terms of data entry. The project manager can now run reports from this screen. So they may want to have a look at what the data look like in terms of a report. We'll run one example, a one-page summary PPT, which shows milestones, RAG status, financial information, and the boxes that we've configured in terms of narrative commentary. They may want to run a one-page overview, which is more of a Word style report and more detailed. This has a lot more information in terms of plan, risks, actions, decisions, issues, lessons learned, etc., etc. So from an input perspective, that's a simpler interface than we had before. And the whole idea is simple input, powerful output. So if I log back on as the administrator, as everybody will have made their updates, and then we can have a look at the health and status of the portfolio and run reports and distribute. So again, back in as an administrator, can see all projects within all programs and can see all modules. They will probably want to have a look at offending data. So we can more easily do this by hiding green, showing amber and red, and hiding amber, showing red, and that filters and shows where we have offending data within the program of activity. So just taking one example, project 1C, we can see there's some offending data there in terms of costs. Click on the box, and we'll see here that the forecast spend is now 800,000 against a planned spend of 600. variance of 200 overspend, hence red status. And the same we can do within other projects and within other data. As I said, simple inputs for the updater or the project manager, and simple consolidated aggregated reports at portfolio and program levels. So I'm now clicking on the portfolio and I can concentrate on the reports. So if I choose an example here of a reg status summary, automatically, if everyone's made the updates, we can get an Excel style summary report, which we would probably see as the weekly flash report that everybody can see, the health and status, maybe use an agenda for the next weekly project status meeting, and see here, high level, one line per project, and the information that you can see here that we've configured as columns as part of this report. If we wanted two other examples, we could show a Gantt chart report. Again, one click at the top level. We could run this at program and project level if we wanted to. And here we can see all the plans sitting within all the projects. We can see any offending data because we use the Gantt chart style tasks in terms of red, amber and green. Status again. So we can see the Gantt chart style, or we can have a different view of the plan in terms of milestone summary, which is more of a timeline report showing the key milestones in rows rather than Gantt chart style. So here again, red, amber, green theme of the milestones for each of the high-level project plans, and see where everything is and where we've potentially got offending data. Or let's have a look at a resource usage summary. Again, resources aligned to projects and plans, which means the plans move and resourcing moves with it. So here we can see all our resources, what projects they're assigned to, number of days in the period, in this case months, although we could change that to weeks. We can see where there's potentially offending data or where resources over allocated, but very simple and replaces the need for an Excel style or for an Excel report. So lots of functionality within Program Express. Wanted to show the new home screen and give a flavour of the benefits in terms of simple inputs and powerful outputs, and also the ability to apply colour palettes. And we can change those colour palettes within a couple of minutes if that's not required, or in fact the administrator can configure that themselves. Thank you very much for listening.